But let's get into our dark horses for this week. And I'll go ahead and start with, and we mentioned him a few times here. I'm going to go with Rashod Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens. And I know you don't have a Twitter, Justin, but last week I tweeted out, who is anybody thinking about starting Rashod Bateman? I would stay away week 1, but I think he's going to pop soon, is what I tweeted. And I actually got like so many random people on Twitter responding, and it was kind of cool. And it was like a Saturday night tweet. I think I'm going to start doing that, like my hot take Saturday night tweet, because I got a lot of interaction actually. And a lot of people were like, "What are you talking about? He's going to go off. I'm starting him." And I'm like, he's been injured all preseason, the first 5 weeks. He hasn't had time to like work with Lamar much. I just like last week there weren't a lot of bye weeks, so you definitely had better options. But now that we're coming into this week with the bye weeks, and with, like I said, Lamar's on fire, we got he had more targets than Hollywood Brown last week. He had 6 targets, which tied for the team high with Mark Andrews. Not saying that's the end all be all or deciding factor, but that's something you really like to see. They're playing Cincinnati, who hasn't been terrible against the pass, but this game, it's a division game. I think this is going to be a shootout. And we've seen Lamar step his game up as far as pass catching goes. They drafted Rashod Bateman in the first round, late first round. He's that kind of talent. And I had been holding on to this guy in almost every league that I'm in, stashing him in my IR spot. And now I'm in my dynasty league where literally almost my whole entire team starting lineup is on a bye week, and I'm relying on Rashod Bateman. And I think you can too. If you have crazy bye weeks, you don't have guys you want to drop, and you got Rashod Bateman sitting there on your bench, I think you can start him, and I think he's gonna beat his projected 9.7 points on Yahoo.
For sure, love the pick. Love the pick. It's happy that he's back on the field, and I think he's just going to get integrated more. Whether he's going to do better than Hollywood overall, that's a different story. But why can't he be a good wide receiver 2 ahead of Watkins? I agree.
Good point. And no shade against Hollywood. You're already starting Hollywood for sure, but I just think some people aren't aware of the emergence or what could be an emergence from Rashod Bateman. So
yeah, he was
start him if you have to.
He was going to be up there with predictions of one of the best rookie wide receivers, and then he wasn't able to start the league. So yeah, it's a nice undercover pick. So I love it. I personally, great pick.
Awesome.